This segment of show brought to you by, look at this, I was once dog piss, but now thanks to the water cycle, I have a high quality H2O. Water. Drink it. Or else. This is gonna be a mercifully short segment, I promise. It's gonna be a segment which I will call for the moment, I may change that, the dusty Booky Cornery of my Brady. Aww. This book, I happen to notice, it's actually 2 years old, published in 2012. It is the looks of it, a great coffee table book. It is called Darth, Vader, and Son by Jeffrey Brown. You should really check it out. It's just a book of illustrations, nothing too fancy, and explores the idea. What if Luke and Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, once he became Darth Vader, what if they actually knew each other, and they grew up together, and Darth Vader was active in the life of his kids? Take a look at it. It has some really clever ideas, and it takes scenes from the movies, and just takes a different spin on them. I thought they were really amusing, really funny. They're just illustrations. You can show them to your kids. Just an excellent idea, something that you might want to check out. I highly recommend it. I know it's 2 years old, other people have probably already told you about it, but just give it a look-see if you haven't seen it already. Come back with another drink. We'll see you in a few moments. Come back with another drink. What am I trying to do here? Breed alcoholics? Dirty alcoholics who know string theory and are also drunk.
No liquor? Das Vidania, comrade!
Brilliant. And we are back once again with some more infinite geekiness. Let's see what's on the docket. It says in my plan. Oh yeah, something else I'd like to talk about. Something else that has just been on my mind lately because I've got a lot of stuff on my mind, most of which I can't repeat because the rust trolls on my shelves will not let me. The house is always open. Jeez, it sounds like an infomercial. Something I'd like to talk about with you, son. Jump scares. Yes, how interesting a topic. But when you think about it, there are so many games out there. Games that you might not think of as actually scary games that have jump scares in them. One I can remember from my youth is Jurassic Park for Sega Genesis. Genesis does, Nintendo don't. Remember that ad? If you're an old bastard like me. Jurassic Park. You remember that opening? The opening with the Tyrannosaurus is just chewing on that sucker like a piece of beef jerky. The van or whatever, and it's strobing in the dark or strobing in the screen. That was pretty frightening at first, and that head that would just come up. Actually, no, that was kind of funny, but how that Tyrannosaur would just pop out of nowhere, that used to freak me the heck out when I couldn't be the raptor. It had to be the dude with the hat, Sam Neill. Alan Grant, that's his name, Alan Grant. I knew that. I swear I knew that. It's just late, and I'm tired and spastic, and when the trolls are gonna find them. No. But yeah, that was a pretty frightening jump scare. Just a little bit. I mean, it wasn't terribly scary. Another one that I have to talk about. It's a little bit further back in time. More my older brother Stu Man's time. But I also got to play it thanks to something called, I believe it was Arcade Treasures for PS1, or if you used to watch on G4, the program old reruns of something called Starcade. My brother has a huge hard-on for Starcade. I kind of find it a little bit boring, but some of the games are kind of cool. And one of them is this game called Sinistar. Sinistar, the announcer always says on there. And it's this giant head with,
I am Sinistar.
With the spikes, and it flies through space, and you're a typical, like they always had in the games back in the 80s, pew, 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 and they'd shoot stuff, right? Well, this game is like that. You have to go around collecting these bombs. You shoot them off asteroids, and you knock the bombs off them like they're little testicles. They're the bomb testicles of these asteroids, right? And you have to try and collect all these bombs because they're building Sinistar. And all of a sudden you hear this, beware, I live. And then
I hunger.
The sucker, it'll track you down like it's on a mission, like a man on a mission to kill the competition. Probably shouldn't have said that, I'll get sued. Screw them. No. And when he does that thing where he starts inhaling you into its mouth, and some more quick jump scares.
Run, coward.
One more jump scare that totally not even that bad, but Wolfenstein 3D, the end of Wolfenstein. That dude, because you had never seen that dude except for the beginning of the game. The dude that you're supposed to be. I mean, yeah, I know you saw his head up there, like a severed head, and when it would bleed from the nose and you were getting shot and all that stuff, but you didn't actually see him very much. So all of a sudden this dude's doing like the Toyota jump, I will not what you do for me. He would just do like this crane kick at the screen, and you don't have a gun anymore. At the end of the game, after you fight Robot Hitler, which is awesome. Where the hell did this guy come from? It freaked me out. Whatever. If you listen to this and you download this because you're weird like me, tell me a little bit about some of your favorite jump scares. Back in a moment. And in our final, big segment for the show this week, we are going to talk about, very briefly, I'm going to cut this short because I ran long on some of the other ones according to my notes, lunchboxes, because I feel like talking about it. I'm just in a mood to talk about lunchboxes because I got to talk about something in a Batman. No, actually, I think I did have a Batman lunchbox, but we're the last generation, or at least I am the last generation, that had real metal lunchboxes originally. Of course, the problem with that is that they would eventually rust out. But they stay with you for life. For some reason or another, the lunchbox that's always stayed with me in memory is I had a Gremlins lunchbox with Gizmo. Gizmo on the cover. The front of the box, posing and whatnot, driving the little Barbie car, and on the sides where he's hiding in the toys and all that. And they're just really great memories. I've been trying to track these down on eBay just to see what they have, but a lot of times you get like the rust on them. Well, what you can do is go to lunchboxes.com. Very simple, very easy to remember, and they actually have a custom setup. But there's a lot of other options there too. No, I'm not being paid. I just want lunchboxes. So that's a place you can look, lunchboxes.com, and you can have a custom lunchbox built. I might even do an infinite Geekiness lunchbox if this thing takes off. Yeah, like it's gonna take off. But just yeah. Oh wait, I also have a G.I. Joe lunchbox still somewhere. That's it's made of plastic, but it's got Sergeant Slaughter. That wasn't Sergeant Slaughter. More like Sergeant Slaughter. He's kind of a redneck guy. But yeah, lunchboxes, they carry more than our memories. They carry our hearts. In some cases, literally. But no, if you're a serial killer. Yeah, they actually have a lunchbox there, an organ donor lunchbox in the white with the medical. They have some other ones for the girls, like Audrey Hepburn. They probably got Barbie and stuff. I know they have Watchmen, like the Manhattan guy, the blue guy. It's just slipping my mind. I know who he is. I really should call this thing Brain Fart as my podcast name. But yeah, they've got lots of stuff. So check it out, lunchboxes.com. Easy to remember. And we'll close this thing out in just a moment. Be back. Whoa, you're actually still playing this? Thank you! Woo-hoo! And because you're still playing this, guess what? We survived. We survived my first ever podcast in history. I'd just like to close this out and thank you for hanging here with me. I will try to do a better job next time. If there is a next time, if the little men, the trolls, don't find me first. Why am I whispering? I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. Yeah, but just, what did we learn today? Absolutely nothing. Say it again now. Whoa, no. We talked about jump scares in video games. We talked about movies that need remakes, as opposed to a lot of movies that are getting remade that don't. And we talked about lunchboxes and a cool book that has pictures in it that look kind of like Calvin and Hobbes, but with Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. I think that's a pretty decent haul for a first podcast, don't you? Yes, you do, or I will find you some Batman. And I hope that just listening to me be a spaz is somewhat entertaining. Thank you so very much for downloading this and listening to it. Thanks, Mom. And everyone else, all 2.5 5734 of you. I will hopefully catch you next time. This has been Infinite Geekiness with Jimmy Devious. Later.
Don't let the space bugs bite.